Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all tuned into the best. Y'all know what this is.
Skipping big once again. Back again. Tell a friend.
Big Skill Podcast. We back with y'all. Another episode. What's happening, brother?
Hey man, what happened last night with Unc, man? What's up with these young fake thugs? CB Photo, you be the gusto on Memphis, man.
So before that, answer that question, how you doing, man? You good?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited there.
I'm
jump
excited.
into the
Viewers,
topic, man.
tell a friend, bring a friend, subscribe, like,
Oh, goodness.
share. You know, you see, we a work in progress.
You're work in progress.
And we just trying to get it all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to strike lightning in the bottle.
Yes, sir. With that being said, let's get into it. So last night, Grizzlies at Lakers, a game that was a good game throughout, exciting finish. Lakers ended up winning 122 to 121. Stole the game from the Grizzlies.
Man, stole it like a steal in the book in space.
Before we get into the actual game and what happened, the story of the night, of the day, was trending. Shannon Sharpe got into it with those Grizzlies. Did you see what happened, man?
Dylan Brooks is the ringleader. He's the ringleader. He's the head goon. And Ja, you know, he just got to follow suit.
First of all, this is just my personal opinion. I don't think Dylan Brooks is a goon like that. I think he fake tough. I don't respect him. I don't think anybody's scared of him. He be running off at the mouth, and he got butthurt pretty much because Shannon Sharpe said he can't guard LeBron. He's too little for him, which is true. He's too little for LeBron, so LeBron can overpower him wherever he wants. So basically, for those of y'all that don't know, during last night's game, right at the end of the first half, Shannon Sharpe basically, sitting courtside seat, basically said Dylan Brooks was too small to guard LeBron. And then Dylan Brooks was like, fuck you. Shannon Sharpe was like, fuck you. John Morant walking by was like, sit your ass down. And Shannon Sharpe pretty much said, come over here and say that to me. And
then his dad got involved.
You cutting to the end. You notice that when he told Dylan Brooks, come over here and say that to me, Dylan Brooks didn't run up. That's why I say he's a fake tough guy. He don't want no smoke. Man. John Morant kind of lollygagged up there after Steven Adams, the only real one on the Grizzlies, went over there and was about to, say whatever, do whatever. I don't know. But
he don't give a fuck, man. He's from New Zealand.
Yeah, Steven Adams, to me, is the only real one on the Grizzlies. And then, while all that is going on and the ushers and the security is trying to separate them, here come little punk-ass T. Morant, living off his son. Like he wanted to smoke.
Another Lonzo Ball, a LeVar Ball.
Talk about he from South Carolina. It was just two people from the South talking or whatever. First of all, last I checked, Shannon Sharpe is from Georgia. He's not from South Carolina. Last I checked.
He lives in Georgia. He's from South Carolina originally.
Okay, so maybe, all right. I thought he was from Georgia. But T. Morant, first of all, you too thin to try to have smoke with Shannon Sharpe. And, at the end of the game, they hugged it up, and it was supposed to be all good and everything.
And the game, bro.
T. Morant, went and diffused the situation. Oh, no, it's just two guys from the South talking, representing our team. It was nothing. Shannon Sharpe had a totally different spin on it. And basically, to sum up what Shannon Sharpe said, none of them wanted to smoke. Now, I kind of with Shannon Sharpe on this one because that's a big motherfucker.
Man,
that's a big dude.
That's a motherfucking silverback gorilla.
That's a big dude. That's a corn-fed motherfucker from the South. That's a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And
he grew up with no socks and shoes. That's why he still don't wear no socks in his shoes.
And the Grizzlies, like I said, I personally feel like they fake tough guys. They not really built like that to.
That would be a lot of the guys in their era, in their generation.
Yeah, but definitely the Grizzlies because the Grizzlies remind me of the Lob City Clippers, the Houston Rockets when they had Chris Paul, the current Phoenix Suns. And the funny thing about that is the common denominator is Chris Paul. Teams that ain't did nothing, but they popping off at the mouth like they just accomplished everything. Like I can see if the Grizzlies was the Golden State Warriors. Y'all done won 4 chips in the last 8 years. Y'all got a right to talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can see if you was the Boston Celtics from last year, Y'all ran, after y'all had y'all little drama, y'all ran through the East. Y'all got to the finals. This year, y'all the best team in the league. All right, you got a right to talk. Plus, Boston got 17 championships to back them. They've accomplished some things while they've been in the NBA. The Grizzlies they ain't accomplished shit.
Nothing.
Ja Morant said, we not worried about nobody in the West. And ever since then, you've been losing the teams in the West that you're not worried about. Right after that, y'all lost to Phoenix. Right after that, y'all lost to Golden State. Y'all done lost to the Lakers. Right after that, y'all lost to Memphis. Y'all lost to Denver. Like, you got to worry about the Western Conference because y'all not there yet.
All right. The Pro Meek is levels to this shit.
Memphis
is the young team that everybody should want to pull for. They did it the right way in the draft, and et cetera, et cetera. But with that being said, like I said, with the young people of this generation, they want instant gratification, and they have no respect for people that are older than them. How can I put, not to say that I agree or nor can I condone bullying or people putting themselves in a situation to be bullied. But if Jordan Poole had respect and realized the situation, then it wouldn't have happened. I mean,
I understand that in a way.
I wasn't trying to fight no 40-year-olds.
I understand that in a way. Yeah, that's perfectly said. The Grizzlies, they don't have respect for the people that came before them. They look at Shannon
Sharpe like,
and they won't.
You old, and you in TV, and you're not going to try it.
Which leads to what was said post-game by Dylan Brooks. Like, oh, he's a blogger, whatever he is. He's a regular pedestrian. It's like, dude, do you know who the fuck Shannon Sharpe is? This is exactly what we mean when we say youngsters that don't have no respect for the OGs that came before them. Granted, we talking two different sports, but go look at Shannon Sharpe's highlight tapes. Go look at his resume. Right. This dude's a Hall of Famer. He's a three-time champion.
He's not just any Hall of Famer. He is the Jerry Rice of tight ends.
Jerry Rice of tight ends.
The nigga who criticizing him, he is more than your credentials.
Way more. Like Dylan Brooks, you wish your career could end like Shannon Sharpe's did. Like, who are you, a role player?
No, I'm not gonna go that far, B.
I am.
I'm gonna say
I am.
Dylan Brooks. You saying he's better in basketball than Shannon Sharpe was in football?
No.
Dylan Brooks is a role player.
I'm not going against that. What I'm saying is Dylan Brooks is doing his role for that team. He's the enforcer for that team.
Yeah, a role player. He not the star of the team. You not John Morant. You not Jaren Jackson Jr. You a role player. You got your you play your little.
You need the others.
You do need the others, but my point is, don't talk about Hall of Famers like you just that nigga. Like, you a role player.
That don't just go for him. That go for Ja too.
Ja Morant is a superstar in this league.
What does that mean? He get the carte blanche to talk to.
That means no. That means he got a little more leeway than Dylan Brooks.
His dad was really out of pocket.
Oh, his dad could have got clocked in the face and probably should have. Because at the end of the day, you can't, like, don't be running up on people. Like, I don't understand. That's why I said fake tough guys, the Memphis Grizzlies, they just be running up on people like ain't nobody gonna come back at them. Nobody's scared of y'all. Nobody's scared of the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm just saying. Now, I'm gonna get into something else that was said about that game. We're gonna talk about that as a topic. We're gonna open that question to the room. But that's after this. We get done. The game itself, the Grizzlies killed the Lakers in offensive rebounds. They killed the Lakers in second chance points. They killed the Lakers in points in the paint. And they still lost the game by a point.
Because they not ready.
Because they can't. The worst free throw shooting team in the league are the Memphis Grizzlies. The worst.
That's unacceptable.
And that's part of the reason why they lost the game. They missed 14 free throws last night. And
let's put things in perspective, man.
Okay.
Right? They have to everybody has a stick, right? And what I mean by that is, okay, we know we finna get from the Blazers. We know we finna get from the Pelicans. Mm-hmm. We know we finna get from the Nuggets.
When the Pelicans are healthy.
Yeah, that part. We know we finna get from the Nuggets when they're all healthy collectively. Mm-hmm. We pretty much know we finna get from the Lakers when they're healthy and the Clippers.
Yep.
We don't know what the Memphis Grizzlies are. We don't know where they fall in the pecking order. We know what the Warriors are when they healthy with Wiggins and so on and so forth. They still there. Like they was out of the playoffs, now they back in the playoffs. So we don't know what what the Memphis Grizzlies are. We know that they are a young, up and coming team with a bunch of high draft picks, homegrown talent. They got a sturdy center in Adams. We don't know what they are though.
So you just told us what the Memphis Grizzlies are. A young team, up and coming, with, a bunch of high draft picks, homegrown, but they're also a young, immature team.
Full of hotheads.
Full of hotheads. No veteran leadership on that team.
Beside Adams.
Steven Adams, I don't think is a vocal veteran leader like that.
I think
they need
Mr. Green is on that team too.
Yeah, but Danny Green's out. And Danny Green is not the most vocal veteran leader either.
Right.
So who are their veteran leaderships? Like who's the Otto Porter of that team?
The coach, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like who's
he's
like who's the I don't know. Like all these teams that have won in the past, they had veteran leaders.
I got a question. I heard somebody say this. There was like Shannon Sharpe was ready to fight them guys, but he hold his tongue with Skip Bayless.
I disagree with that.
I mean, not hold his tongue. He was ready to fight them guys. But Skip Bayless said some shit that's very disrespectful, and he wasn't ready to get no.
It's a difference between business. He was at work.
Yeah,
that's still his job.
You
can't nut up at work. He's in the street.
You're right.
He's at a game on his rec time.
Yeah, that's
different.
That's
bro.
why
I don't know, but it's work. But disrespect is disrespect.
Disrespect is disrespect. I agree with that.
But guess what?
100%.
You think? Let's put it like this. You think?
I ain't say he should do it, but he should.
I'm about to say, man.
He say,
sometimes you gotta be Obama.
Even if you don't do it, you get what I'm saying? I don't know necessarily if
he checked him though. He took his glasses off and checked him though.
Shannon Sharpe was gonna really.
I think
they wasn't gonna run up on no Shannon Sharpe.
No, they weren't.
They had to whoop their ass because they wasn't gonna even try that.
They weren't, and I don't think
the security wasn't gonna let it happen.
No, but Shannon Sharpe.
Stop that, man.
Shannon Sharpe can't say on TV, Skip Bayless, I'll whoop your ass. He'll be out of a job
forever, everywhere.
Like during a commercial break, when the cameras is off, it's like, Skip, you need to calm the fuck down, or it's gonna be a problem. He can say that off air, but on the air when the cameras is rolling, like you.
That's fucking up sponsorships.
Yeah,
everything.
you kind of kill your show if you do that.
But him fighting and want to
now,
I was thinking about it.
He would have no. Now, what happened last night could have cost him. Also, could have cost him his job. But if more so, I'm on my leisure time. I'm not on air. I don't got to be censored.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean? But
on Fox, the job or off
Fox
the job.
Sports probably would have suspended him or something like. You can't be conducting yourself like that because you still represent us. You still work for Fox Sports.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna need you to conduct yourself better at these games.
Yeah, because
even though it's on your time.
He knocked one of them out, and now that turns.
Yeah, because they're gonna turn into a lawsuit. Because I guarantee you, had he touched one of them, it would have been a big ass lawsuit.
Right.
Especially T. Morant.
Right.
Like you don't hoop.
Right.
You ain't out here making millions. Your son is making millions. Your son taking care of you. If that's the case, I could be wrong on that. But you not out here. Shannon Sharpe clocked T. Morant. T. Morant is suing him.
I got a simple solution to this, right? They need to just take and put the glass wall up. Keep the players away from the fans, like at the hockey games, and we wouldn't have problems.
All right, so let's go into this topic then that I said I wanted to present for the room. So something was said by that Buster Dylan Brooks during his little post-game interview that said any other fan would have been banned from the arena, but because it's Shannon Sharpe, they didn't do nothing. So my question is, do y'all think Shannon Sharpe should be banned from going to crypto?
No, for what?
What you think?
Don't know because who said something to who first? Because
Dylan Brooks said it first.
Now here we go. It depends because, like I say, a fan can say you can't guard.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
When whoever starts to if a fan say I'll fuck you up.
Then
first.
Yeah.
But if Shannon Sharpe a fan and he's saying sports shit and you start saying personal shit, then really that's on you.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe, all he said was, "You too smart for LeBron James."
It's
That's
not
basketball
even about
shit.
That. Fuck the game.
That's basketball.
If somebody walk up to you on this walking down the street and say "fuck you," you gonna be like, "Nigga, fuck you."
But that's what we're saying. That's what he said.
Shannon Sharpe doing nothing wrong by saying basketball stuff.
Yeah, that's
boy crossed the line by start talking about physicality.
Exactly.
And now any fan, even a fan, should be able to defend themselves because nigga, why are you talking to me when I'm talking sports shit to you?
Exactly.
Like for real though.
Exactly. So I don't think Shannon Sharpe should be banned. I don't think he did anything. He didn't entice the situation.
I think going forward, Shannon Sharpe may want to get a box.
Nah, Shannon Sharpe is Shannon Sharpe. He's going to continue to sit courtside at these games. He's not going to sit in the box.
Hey, what's wrong with the box? I've been in the box. The box is great.
I have too. I've sat in the box at Staples Center. I've sat courtside at Staples Center. I'd rather sit courtside. I'd rather be right there.
I feel it.
I'm just saying. And courtside at a Sparks game, not Laker game. But I'm just saying. At the Laker game, I sat, courtside at Laker game is different. I ain't sat courtside at no Laker game. Right. I've sat courtside at a Sparks game.
Bro,
I ain't sat courtside.
That's why I had to catch that. That's why I had to correct that. I sat courtside at a Sparks game.
I had some decent seats at a Clippers game.
Not a Laker game. Laker game, I sat in the box seats, the suites. I like to view courtside. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's depending on what you like. I don't have a problem. If I could ever sit courtside at a pro game, I would do it. But it's like if you at the box, you ain't got to worry about. No, it's just you and your party. It's like you chilling. Like it's more private. That's
absolutely.
What I'm saying.
It's private. That's up in the suites. It's private, just you and your party. But courtside, you feel like you're a part of the action.
Like that. Like
that. What happened last night?
Like that. Like if like say for example, I've been in SoFi for my cousin game, where the celebrities sit. It ain't no regular Joe sitting there unless you got paper.
You got some super paper to sit where those people sit.
And you got to know somebody to get those kind of seats, even if you got paper.
Those are exclusive seats.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Those are exclusive seats at SoFi.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Like you can't. Shannon Sharpe is not a regular person. He beyond exclusive. He can buy whatever fucking seat in the arena.
Yeah, that's why I didn't agree with what Dylan Brooks said. Oh, he's just a regular civilian. Nah, this dude ain't no regular civilian.
He probably there as a guest of LeBron.
I don't think he was there as a guest of LeBron. I think he was just there because he wanted to be there. So anyway, I don't think he should be banned. He didn't antagonize the situation. Dylan Brooks did. And another thing, what I don't respect about Dylan Brooks is that you antagonize the situation and then you play victim in the locker room. That's why I say he's a fake tough guy. Because if I antagonize the situation, when you ask me about it, I'm going to say that shit. Yeah, I said what I said to him. But he was playing victim. And, I didn't respect him already. I don't respect him. He plays little defense or whatever. He has an ugly form. He has an ugly form when he shoots. He a crybaby. He a hack.
They all crybabies.
But he's and no disrespect to light-skinned people because I'm light-skinned, but he's a light bright crybaby. There's different levels to this shit. Light brights are the worst. And Dylan Brooks is a light bright. No disrespect. But just saying. Something else I want to talk about in the NBA last night. Brooklyn been losing since KD got hurt.
Hey, 0-4. Man, this is just look. You know what?
No.
This is just.
There's a reason why.
Just proof in the pudding. I love Kyrie Irving. He's a great individual player. He's an all-star. Probably be a Hall of Famer for his individual prowess.
That's where I was going with this.
Kyrie Irving. This is the older version of the Kyrie Irving that was on the Cleveland Cavaliers before LeBron went home. He gonna get his, but that don't constitute in winning or making the people around him better.
And with that being said, where I was going with that was they finally won the game last night, and Kyrie had 48.
I'm happy.
So,
how much did Ben Simmons have?
I don't know. I didn't look at what Ben Simmons did.
How much did TJ Warren have?
I don't pay attention to Ben Simmons.
I look at the box score.
Well, I gotta look at the box score, but I don't really pay attention to Ben Simmons like that.
I mean,
I know Kyrie had 48, and
Ben Simmons been doing better as far as other parts of the game. He not scoring still, but he's still rebounding and getting assists.
Okay, he's a role player.
I don't know.
That's what role players do.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna shout out my nigga Jada on this one. Ben Simmons is, like Jada said, about 50. He got rich and stopped trying.
Well, he need to start trying again because they need Ben Simmons if they want to win a championship. It's not going to be just KD when he come back and Kyrie Irving. Ben Simmons, they brought Ben Simmons there to win a chip. So Ben Simmons needs to be Ben Simmons, scared to take a dunk over Trae Young. Ben Simmons.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like I said, I was just pointing out, Kyrie had 48 last night. The Nets finally won a game without Kevin Durant on the road. So, maybe there's still hope for Brooklyn. Maybe there's not. But let's switch gears because you know what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, man.
But we going to save the best for last because you anxious again. I'm not anxious again. We're going to save the best for last.
This weekend is going to separate the men from the boys, and we're going to have championship weekend next week.
Yep.
So as let's speak, the Jaguars is playing the Chiefs.
Yep. Let's start with that game first. Jacksonville at Kansas City. Right now, for those of y'all, wondering, the score right now is 20-10, Kansas City. In the fourth quarter, I believe. Jacksonville is driving, trying to cut that lead down to maybe 3 points or whatever. Patrick Mahomes, little injury there, kind of changed the hopes of the Chiefs because he's not 100% right now.
This might change the trajectory of their season, depending on how the MRI go. Because I feel like they playing it dangerous right now by even having him out there. He could risk himself getting injured worse than what he is. Yeah, we don't know the severity of his injury at this point, but it looked bad.
It did. It looked very bad. Like, he doesn't look very mobile at the moment. As we watch Jacksonville right now do an end around and
it looked like their offense is
get
limited.
To the 40-yard line, first and goal.
He's not a mobile quarterback per se, but he has
like those broadcasting skills, right?
He has limited scrambling prowess. So
yeah, it's super limited right now. Chad Henne got he came in, took him down the field. They scored a touchdown, whatever. But like I said, Jacksonville driving. They trying to do the unthinkable.
Hey,
they trying to do the unthinkable. What you think? You think Jacksonville can pull it out?
I think they have.
I know you want Jacksonville to pull it out.
I think they have potential to pull it out because of what they pulled last week on the Chargers.
Yeah, but that was the Chargers. That's not the Chiefs.
But what I will say is that the Jaguars just scored and is Dougie P against his mentor. So anything is possible. As we spoke on earlier, I think Doug Peterson was in the defensive meetings all week trying to just let the defense know all the little wrinkles and all the little errors and variables that Andy Reid might come with. So I didn't think that the Chiefs was just going to blow them off the board, but I expected the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, I don't think nobody thought Kansas City was just going to blow them out. Like Jacksonville, they've arrived. They let the world know last week that we here. We not just coming to show up and, ease on out like we wasn't here. They here.
They down by 3 at the top of the fourth.
20-17, Kansas City.
They might pull off the upset.
So we'll see what happens.
We're on to our second game of the day. Those freaking dirty, stinky, mangy birds. Them fucking seagull birds. Y'all not even eagles. They don't even deserve the respect of being called eagles. Y'all motherfucking pigeons are some fucking seagulls. Some fucking dirty flying rats. Fucking them birds against the G-men.
Later on today, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. Angry there, man. Why you so angry?
Because this is for you, Shady McCoy. You can have Will Smith, Kevin Hart, Meek Mills, The Roots. You can have Philly's Most Wanted. You can have everybody.
Hey, don't get disrespectful to Beans. The Broad Street Bully.
I ain't forgot. You can have State Property.
Don't disrespect the Broad Street Bully.
Chris and Eve.
And Eve.
You can have everybody.
Don't disrespect Eve either.
Cassidy, Eve, Miss Jade,
being
Jaguar Wright.
Being real disrespectful to some Philly legends here.
Bring everybody from Philly.
Real disrespectful.
Hey, you know what?
So who you got tomorrow? Who you got in that game later on today? Only thing I'm gonna say is
just in the game that's going on right now, I expect the Birds to handle their business. But the way The only thing Michael Vick has been playing and the way Davo got them playing inspired football.
The only thing I will say is that do not be surprised if the New York Giants are in the NFC Championship game.
And do not be surprised.
Don't be surprised.
Jalen Hurts is not 100%.
He's not 100%.
He's out there playing at 75.
He's not hurt again. He's not 100%. He already said he's going to play injured or hurt. Don't should be surprised I say through the rest of the playoffs. He's not 100%.
Like Jalen Hurts, like Dak Prescott, like potentially Brock Purdy, people who are inexperienced or who are proving themselves in the playoffs may not necessarily come through with the performance that they should come away with because they don't. That's one thing I will say. Josh Allen and Burrow and Mahomes have the most playoff experience.
They do.
They have the most playoff experience. All three have been to the Super Bowl. Well, excuse me, Josh Allen hasn't been to the Super Bowl, but he's been to the championship game. And I just feel like their poise is going to be better. That's why you don't know what you're going to get from the rest of these games.
We'll talk about Josh Allen in a minute because I got a rebuttal against that. We'll talk about that in a second. Like I said, don't be surprised if the Giants win because the Eagles should handle their business tonight. They should. They're the better team. I said this last week about the Cowboys. Darn it, I didn't forget. I'm going to say what you told me to say. I didn't forget. The Giants, the Eagles are the better team. They have the better defense. They have the better offense. They have more weapons. They should win. They're at home. They should win the game. They're not going to win the game easily. Giants ain't no pushovers. Like the Giants, they come into play tonight. Like I don't see, I see a one possession game, and it could go either way. I just won't be surprised if the Giants pull it out. I'm going to laugh in the face of Shady McCoy. He might block me on the Twitter by the time I get done with him. Because he's been running his mouth so much because he's around here acting like the Eagles are invincible, like they can't be beaten. And anybody could be beaten on any given Sunday.
No, this is my thing with, it's not even so much the Philadelphia Eagles. It's Shady and the Philadelphia Eagle fans. They just so obnoxious and disrespectful.
The audacity.
I used to work with this dude that was a Philly fan, and he was talking shit like, "Oh yeah, this, that, and y'all Super Bowls is old." I'm like, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Bowls, and y'all got one. I said that's like me having 5 old face hunts, and you got 1 blue strip. Like I still got more money than you.
You said you don't like the Eagles fan base?
They're fucking obnoxious.
They're obnoxious?
I'm not a delusional Cowboy fan. I'm realistic. I'm realistic with the fact that we have had potential for the last, since Tony Romo took over as our quarterback. And have we come through on that potential? No. Have we been marketable? Have we been profitable? Yes. Have we been entertaining? Yes. Have we been winning? No. I'm just being real.
This dude said the Eagles have the most obnoxious fan base. The Eagles. I can't get past the fact that you just said that. Of course you would say that. We'll get to that in a minute. Tomorrow's games. The undercard, which is a hell of an undercard. Cincinnati at Buffalo. We finally get Cincinnati-Buffalo. Hey, once again, salute to Damar Hamlin. He's out the hospital. He's at home. He's recuperating. Everything seems fine. Still got a long journey. You got a long way to go. But the scary part is over. You are not in the hospital fighting for your life anymore. So salute. Round of applause for Damar Hamlin. We glad you out. We glad you pulled through. Keep the journey going. We're rooting for you. With that being said, what you think about that game?
I think that game can go either way. I think it can go either way. I thought it was going to go either way on the last time they played.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you got 2 high-power offenses,
mm-hmm.
and I think that if Von Miller was playing, then I would be able to know more. Because their defense has definitely been affected.
Yes, it has.
Since he's not been there.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Josh Allen can keep the turnovers down, I pick them.
And that's where I was saying about Josh Allen when you said Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen has poise. They have the experience. You're right about the experience. I'm questioning Josh Allen's poise because he has the tendency to get reckless with the ball. And honestly, I think if he gets reckless with the ball tomorrow, Buffalo's going home. Now, I
agree. He's different without Debo.
He is. Now, I picked Cincinnati to come out the AFC, and for that reason alone is why I'm sticking with Cincinnati to win that game tomorrow, because I picked them to come out the AFC. And that's subject to change, because if Cincinnati loses tomorrow, then, of course, they ain't coming out the AFC, which at that point, I'll change my AFC pick. I won't tell y'all who it is. I'll wait till next week to do that. But I'm sticking with my AFC pick, Cincinnati. So I'm picking Cincinnati to beat the Bills tomorrow at Orchard Park, Highmark Stadium. I think the Bengals get out of there with a win and move on to the AFC Championship game against one of these teams playing right now. What's your take on that? Who you got?
I got Buffalo.
Okay.
I got Buffalo.
Okay.
In a close game.
It's definitely all these games are going to be close. I don't think there's going to be one blowout this weekend. Last weekend, there was only one blowout, and y'all know who that is. We'll talk about them in a minute. But outside of that one game, there were no blowouts last weekend. I don't think there's going to be any blowouts this weekend. All the games are going to be close. All these games are evenly matched teams.
Barring injury.
Barring injury, of course. No, the game going on right now is a close game. I think tonight's game is going to be a close game. Bengals-Bills is going to be a close game.
Right. Now.
And then after the Bengals-Bills, the main event.
For all the marbles.
The main event. No, it's not for all the marbles, but the main event.
I'm just saying for all the bragging right marbles.
Now.
Hey, getting back
to what you said.
The 49er fans can have get back and say they got us in 2 back-to-back consecutive seasons like we got them in 92 and 93.
Now, getting back to what you said, the Eagles with the most obnoxious fan base. Oh, you guys are the most obnoxious fan base in all of sports. All of sports. There's no more obnoxious fan base. Worse than the Raiders. Because the Raiders know they stink. They just talk shit just because they mad they stink. But they know they stink. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, and not all Cowboy fans, because I know some Cowboy fans that ain't like that. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Dusty. Shout out to Paulo.
Shout out to Ralph Robinson.
You know what I'm saying? My boy Ralph. Y'all not obnoxious. But there one person who I talked to this week. I'm not going to say her name, but when she watched this, she know who I'm talking about. That's obnoxious as shit. And I told her I'm not talking football to no Cowboy fans that's going to be obnoxious, because every year from those fans, it's the same shit. This our year. We going to win the Super Bowl. And then when the playoffs come, y'all lose. I don't understand why some Cowboy fans don't understand that y'all ain't did shit in 27 years. Now, granted, we ain't did shit in 28 years. But you don't hear us saying every year after we go 8-8, it's our year, we going to win the Super Bowl. You're not winning the Super Bowl going 8-8.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
And then on top of that, something that I said I was going to point out. Let's go back to that game Monday night against Tampa Bay. I said the Cowboys were going to win. I said the Cowboys were the better team. Something happened in that game. I feel like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman jinxed Tom Brady. Tom Brady's playoff career, he had never committed a turnover in the red zone.
Yeah.
And then 2 plays later, he throws an interception in the back of the end zone.
Crazy.
Like, is that broadcaster's jinx or what? Because the second you say something about that, it happens.
Man.
Never happened before. But you kind of knew once that happened what type of game it was going to be. Like, okay, this is over. Dallas had just scored a touchdown to go up 7-0. And then Tampa Bay driving down the field. And I'm like, Tampa Bay going to get this touchdown back. We about to tie the game. And then the interception happens. Crazy. At that point, I was like, yeah, Dallas got this. Let's get ready for the Cowboys on Sunday. From that moment, I knew Dallas was going to win the game. From that moment. Now, a lot of these delusional Cowboy fans, I'm not saying you in general, and the people who I shouted out, I'm not saying them in general, but there are a lot of delusional Cowboy fans. And then there's Shady McCoy. And I think he's saying it because he's scared of San Francisco. He won't admit it, but he's scared of the 49ers as a former Eagle. Are saying, oh yeah, the Cowboys just gonna whoop the 49ers ass. The 49ers weak. The 49ers trash. This, that, and the other. And let me tell y'all something. You don't win 11 games in a row on accident. You don't have the number one defense in the league on accident. We've been number one in offense since week 8. That's not on accident. That's about 10 weeks in a row. 11 weeks in a row. We've been number one. It's the reason why we're the most physical team in the league. That don't happen on accident. Right, Michael Parsons said, I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We bully the bullies. Bullies don't get bullied in the Bay Area, bruh. That lets me know you ain't never really been to the Bay Area. And I'm an LA nigga saying that, but I've been to the Bay Area. I fuck with the Bay Area. Ain't no punks in the Bay Area. Maybe San Francisco, where those people are, but no disrespect to them. We not talking about them. But overall in the Bay Area, you're not gonna find too many punks out there.
I feel it.
You understand what I'm saying? So you're not gonna just come in there and just punk the 49ers. That's not what this is. So the Cowboys that's saying, oh, the 49ers ain't never seen this, ain't never seen that. Well, y'all ain't never seen what y'all about to see. Y'all ain't seen a team as physical as San Francisco. We the most physical team in the league. Y'all ain't seen a defense.
By far.
Ain't seen a defense like San Francisco. We by far the best defense in the league. Y'all match up with the pass rush because y'all got Michael Parsons and Lawrence is still on the line, ain't he? Yeah, y'all have a dope pass rush. So our offensive line got their hands full.
They do. And
they got their hands full.
That brings me to can Brock Purdy handle the pressure?
Y'all got to get to him. Y'all got to get to him. Like it's not.
Can he make the right read? Because our secondary is better than y'all's.
I'll give you that. Y'all secondary is better than ours. Not by a lot, but y'all secondary is better than ours. Y'all secondary, I think, is number 1 or 2 in the league. Ours is like 6 or 7. So y'all not better than us by a lot. Because if you think Dak Prescott's going to pick apart our secondary like he did Tampa Bay, that ain't happening.
He's not.
That's not happening. And I forgot. Number 1 scoring defense in the league is San Francisco.
But
I almost forgot.
Like y'all have a 3-headed monster on offense now. Guess what? We reserve the right to use Dak to run when we want to. So that's something that y'all got to look for now.
We'll be fine. We got prepared for that with Geno Smith. We'll be fine.
Oh, so Geno Smith is Dak Prescott now?
I was just saying Geno Smith could run with the ball. He just don't have the weapons that Dak Prescott had in the running game and in the passing game. He don't have a tight end like Schultz. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are cool, but I think Prescott, the passing game for Dallas is better.
Our young draft pick tight end is good too.
Yeah, y'all got 2 backs back there.
We got 2 tight ends, 2 backs,
and one I'm not worried about because I'm not expecting Ezekiel Elliott to be able to bounce to the outside and beat anybody down the line.
You saying Zeke is not freaky no more? He just Zeke.
Zeke run between the numbers, and that you don't want to do that with San Francisco. You're not gonna beat.
You don't have a Lodi Nada. I'm just saying.
So Nick Bosa don't exist?
But he's more. Is he more suited for pass rushing or run stopping?
Eric Armstead don't exist. Javon Kinlaw don't exist. Drake Jackson don't exist. Fred Warner don't exist. Drake Greenlaw don't exist. Like I said, Zeke Elliott y'all not beating us between the numbers. Tony Pollard is more of a threat because he could beat us on the outside because of his speed and elusiveness. But if you're gonna try and run power for power between the numbers, you'll lose that every time. Every single time. No running back is beating us between the numbers. None. Not one.
I feel it. The other teams didn't have our O-line up.
I don't care what the other teams had.
Zach Martin.
I don't care. I don't care what other. You know who said the same thing? Miami. Dolphins said the same thing. And they got a two-headed. They got a two-headed.
You really gonna bring that up?
Yes, because they got a two-headed monster at running.
We're talking Miami.
Listen, they got a two-headed monster at running back, and we shut that running game down. You know what Seattle said last week? Oh, the 49ers in week 2, Kenneth Walker didn't play, and then in the whatever week that was, we beat them in Seattle. Kenneth Walker was coming back for an injury. They haven't seen healthy Kenneth Walker. What he had, like 60-something yards on the ground? Like, teams talk like they could beat the 49ers between the numbers. You're not beating that team between the numbers. That's not happening. Now, I'm
y'all
not
lost
saying
to the Bears and Fields went off on y'all.
Yeah, and we also didn't have Christian McCaffrey.
Good one.
And Trey Lance was making his third career start?
Same defense
in the rain.
Wait, same defense though, right?
Same defense. We didn't. They offense didn't go off on us like that. We committed turnovers. We couldn't move the ball on offense after we scored that first touchdown. When the rain came down, and
so you admitting that Trey Lance is a bust with that?
I'm not saying Trey Lance is a bust. I'm saying he still needs to prove something to me.
What else left does he prove? His spot done got took. It looked like.
Listen. Trey Lance we traded to draft Trey Lance. He's made 4 starts. He hasn't looked good in any one of those 4 starts. So last year there was a start against the Cardinals, a game we lost to Colt McCoy. Really? And then there was a start last year against Houston. I'm not impressed about beating them. They're Houston Texans. They're the worst team in football. This year, opening week against the Bears, we should have won that game. Trey Lance himself said, I made too many mistakes. And then the next week he gets hurt against Seattle. And Jimmy Garoppolo steps in. So I haven't seen enough from Trey Lance to be convinced or believe that he's the answer at quarterback. I've seen more than enough from Brock Purdy to believe that he's the answer at quarterback. And like I said earlier, I hope what I saw yesterday is facts that Brock Purdy is going to be our number 1 quarterback going into next season. He's proven that. He can handle being the number 1 QB.
So you don't think that he should at least compete with Trey Lance in the offseason?
I mean, they're going to compete in the offseason. There's no doubt about that. They'll compete in the offseason. I just think even when they competed in the preseason, Brock Purdy was better than him. Brock Purdy had a better preseason than Trey Lance.
Wow.
It just, the team was so sold on Trey Lance being the starter that it was almost as if Trey Lance didn't have to have a good preseason.
Right.
But he had a terrible preseason. But yet, he's the starter going into week 1. I don't think Trey Lance has that leeway this year. You can't have a terrible preseason and then come in here, I'm still QB1. No. Right now, Brock Purdy is QB1, Trey Lance is QB2, and I'm saying that because Jimmy Garoppolo is probably not going to be on the team next year. He'd probably be a starter in Tampa Bay or Las Vegas or Indianapolis because they need a quarterback. And Jimmy Garoppolo is not a bad quarterback. He's a tier 3 quarterback, maybe tier 2, So he's a starter in this league. He's proven that. He's definitely a starter in this league, and I think he should be somewhere where he can start and not have to look over his shoulder. But I'm talking a lot about the 49ers. Look, I'm not trying to overlook Dallas. I am not overlooking the Cowboys. 12-5 team. Good, very good defensively. I believe they were a top 2-3 scoring team in the league. And I'm talking about throughout the whole season, especially when Dak Prescott got back. Dak Prescott can't turn the ball over.
Absolutely not.
I have no chance in hell if that man throws interceptions.
Fucked up, then we don't got a chance. If Dak do what he's supposed to do, and Dak get paid to play like he getting paid to play, then we might have a chance to pull off the upset. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just feel like that if our team plays to its capabilities across the board, if we don't win the game, then we'll be in the game. So
it's going to be a close game.
If they come out there on some bullshit, and Dak Prescott
I'm obviously taking my team to win,
and Dak Prescott forget what fucking what color our jerseys are, then we might have a problem.
It's going to be a good game. Like, I'm ready for it. I'm anticipating it. It's the rivalry of the NFL. This would be I want to say this would be the 9th time we played during the playoffs. So yeah.
Hey, we owe y'all for last year, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We owe y'all for last year. We owe y'all for last year. Jerry's getting no younger.
What that
Jerry
mean?
is 80.
What that mean? What that mean?
As I told my boy Earl, if not now, then when?
I mean, we could say the same thing. If not now, then when?
For who?
For San Francisco.
I mean, y'all still got time. What you mean?
No. The time is now.
Oh, you think you John Cena?
I'm quoting John Cena.
The time is not now.
The time is now.
Y'all still got
the time is now.
Prospects.
The time is now.
All right.
The time is now.
The window is not closed though. The window is not closed though.
And you think so? You think if y'all lose tomorrow, the window is closed all of a sudden? I don't see Philadelphia continuing what they're doing. I think Philadelphia is a 1-year wonder. I don't see them going. I don't see them going 14-3 again next year.
All right. You think White Vic is a 1-year wonder?
Who, Daniel Jones? No, I think the Giants are going to be good next year. I think Daniel Jones needed, you talk about your enemy being in a perfect system. I think Daniel Jones is now in the perfect system to utilize his talents, which is why the Giants are in the playoffs now. I think the Giants are going to get better next year because I think the Giants are going to address their wide receiver situation. I think once they address that, they good. Saquon Barkley's back. Let's put that out there. Saquon Barkley's back. I think he finished second or third in the league in rushing, total yards. He's back.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones let everybody know I was worth the draft pick the Giants took on me.
Right.
The Giants defense is good enough. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just think the Giants need some wide receivers. Because they wide receivers they got keep getting injured. So I just think the Giants need to address that. And once they do that, I think the Giants are going to compete in that division.
They should.
I don't see the Cowboys going anywhere.
You see the Commanders. What do you think about the Commanders?
The Commanders are another team that need a quarterback. I think if they get a quarterback, they'll be okay. I'm not saying Philly is going anywhere. I still think the Eagles are going to be a good team. I just don't think they're going to be 14-3 good.
You know what? Even when
that's what I'm saying about the Eagles.
Even when we were the best team in the division, clearly the Eagles always play the Cowboys hard.
Division opponents, what you expect? It's kind of the reason why I was a little shocked that we blew out Seattle last week because I'm like division opponent. They know what we do. We know what they do.
Seattle always give y'all a game.
They always give us a game, but in the second half they didn't give us a game. We beat their ass. So, and that's part of the reason why all the games last week, close. Ravens, Bengals, division opponent. Bills, Dolphins, division opponent. Us and Seahawks, division opponents.
If we come out there bullshitting tomorrow could be short work for the Niners. That's all I'm going to say. The fucking Dak Prescott and them niggas better come with their chin straps on, their mouthpieces in, and ready for 60 minutes.
But the funny thing is that it's so much riding on that game for the Cowboys. The fact that you can sit here and say, if we come out bullshitting, I can't say that.
I'm being real. I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
No, my point in saying that is that I can't sit here and say that about the 49ers because I know what they're going to do. I know what the 49ers going to do because they've been doing it for 11 straight games.
I feel you, but y'all got losses. So y'all made mistakes in those losses.
We got 11-game winning streak. 11. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
All those 11 teams.
Not 5.
Was all those
not 6,
of those 11 teams?
Not 7.
How many of them was in the playoffs?
Not 8. Not 9.
And how many of them was
not
good?
10.
I feel you.
11.
I feel you.
11.
Was they bottom feeders though?
Chargers make the playoffs. Dolphins make the playoffs. Seahawks make the playoffs.
The Dolphins and Chargers is out.
And so is Seattle. You asked me who were playoff teams. Let's go. Let's go through it. The first one was against the Rams. They sucked this year. The second one was against the Chargers. They made the playoffs. The third one was against the Cardinals. They sucked. The fourth one was against Seattle. No. The fourth one was against New Orleans. They weren't good offensively. The fifth one was against the Dolphins. We shut down Tua. The sixth one was Seattle. Made the playoffs. 7 was Washington. Almost made the playoffs. 8 was Las Vegas. Didn't make the playoffs. 9 was... I'm missing the team. No, 9 was... No. Arizona. I'm missing the team. It's gonna pop up in my head because there's another team we beat during this stretch that I'm missing. Rams.
The Lions?
No. Rams, Chargers, Cardinals, Saints, Dolphins, Buccaneers. They made the playoffs. So 4 teams we beat made the playoffs of those 11. Well, 10, not counting last week's playoff game. 4 of those 10 teams we beat make the playoffs.
This is the reason why. Look, this is the reason why.
But it still said
I'm cautiously
11 in a row is 11 in a row.
I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. I believe blue and silver.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to it, and I was mad at Big Bro Shannon Sharpe for saying this shit. But when it comes down to it, yeah, Dak can show up against teams that we supposed to beat or a bottom feeder.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to the elite of the elite, that nigga has a motherfucking horrible. The only time I haven't seen him have a horrible game, and it started off horrible, but he was when we played Green Bay back in his rookie year.
In the playoffs?
Yeah, when we lost 31-34 to Green Bay.
Oh, the Aaron Rodgers game.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
that's his best playoff game. That and when we beat Seattle.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the game against Seattle. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm not overlooking the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a really good team. You don't go 12-5 on accident in the regular season. They got
this games that we lost and we should have won.
They have to. I mean, if everybody could say that. I mean, you look at our 4 losses. We should have won 2 of those games. We should have won 3 of those games because we should have beat the Falcons too. To this day, I don't know how we lost that game to the Falcons. We should have beat Denver and we should have beat Chicago. The only legit loss we got this year, in my opinion, a game that against a team that is worth it, is the Chiefs. Legit loss. They kicked our ass, beat us down in the second, and the game was close in the first half. I think we was up 1. I think we was up 14-13 at halftime, and then they just, I don't know, the third quarter happened and the fourth quarter happened, and I don't know what happened to the 49ers that day. I do know our defense wasn't 100% that game, but nobody's going to mention that. Everybody's going to say, oh, we just lost 44-23. All right, y'all can have that. If Kansas City make the Super Bowl, they won't against us. They won't beat us 44-23 this time. They won't beat us at all if they make the Super Bowl.
Not at all.
Because the other thing I keep saying, it's a different 49er team. This ain't the same 49er team that went to the Super Bowl in 2019 and we had an excellent defense but an iffy offense. This ain't the 49er team last year that had a good defense and an iffy offense. No, we have an excellent offense and an excellent defense. We're the most complete team left in the playoffs. Yeah, I said it, and I mean that. I stand by that. We're the most complete team left in the playoffs, offensively and defensively. We got weapons everywhere on offense. We got weapons everywhere on defense. Our secondary is more of a bend but don't break secondary. But with that being said, Dallas has weapons on defense. Dallas has weapons on offense. So it's going to be a good game, man. I'm looking forward to it. May the best team win, and we'll go from there. But that's where we are with that.
Hey, you know what? And at the end of the day, even no matter who, I'm speaking on my end. If we win, I'm going to keep it classy. I'm only talk shit to the 49er fans I know that talk a lot of shit like my cousin and other niggas.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of...
You and Gino, y'all cool. Y'all mild. You know?
Yeah, I already said even if the 49ers win, I'm not going to say much of anything. I'm just going because the end result is to not win 2 playoff games. The end result is to hold Vince Lombardi to be the last team standing. That's the end goal. Right. Beating the Cowboys on Sunday means we still got 2 more games to win. That's all it means to me. I know the Cowboy fans, if the Cowboys win, they're going to hold a big party and they're going to be all over social media acting like they won a Super Bowl. And it's like, y'all beat us. Y'all can have that. Y'all got that. But you still got 2 games to win.
You know how it go back in the day between us. Whoever won between us was the Super Bowl.
That's true, but that was 3 years in a row in the NFC Championship game, and nobody believed in the Buffalo Bills or the San Diego Chargers at that time. Like, nobody thought the San Diego Chargers were going to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl when we last won.
At all.
Nobody, either one of those 2 years, thought the Bills was going to beat the Cowboys. No one thought that. So, yeah, the NFC Championship, those 3 years, was the Super Bowl. Because they were like, whoever wins this game is going to win the championship. I believe that could be said about the 49ers. It's half and half with the Cowboys. If they win this game, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Because, put it to you like this. if the Giants beat the Eagles, then I feel like whoever wins this game tomorrow night is going to the Super Bowl for sure. Because I don't see the Giants beating the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. I don't see the Giants beating San Francisco at Levi Stadium. Now, if the Eagles win, then we got a little bit more of a challenge next week, whoever wins this game tomorrow. Because going into Lincoln Financial is going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
It's going to be a challenge. Like that. Like I said, I don't believe in the Eagles like that, but they went 14-3 for a reason. 14-1 when Jalen Hurts played.
He's not 100%.
And he's not 100%. So that's part of the reason why I don't believe in the Eagles. But let's start getting on some heads, man. I'm going to let you go first.
Get on their head.
You know what? I just want to say, San Diego Chargers.
Los Angeles Chargers, sir.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm so used to calling them that. Y'all need
you did that on purpose,
y'all
but
on the
go
clock.
ahead.
Y'all on the clock. Y'all got.
Oh, by the way, Brandon Staley is not getting fired. He's still going to remain the coach of the Chargers. Go ahead.
Y'all have a very talented quarterback, and if y'all are going to keep him on as the offense as the head coach, y'all need to bring in an offensive coordinator that's suited to get the best out of him and the best out of the offense. And y'all need to get Mike Williams, whatever, some bubble wrap, some something. 'Cause bro is like the Anthony Davis of the NFL. Bro, stay off from the IR report.
Oh, that's it? You done?
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'm done. Short and sweet with the Chargers.
I ain't going to keep it short and sweet. I'm getting on the Memphis Grizzlies' head. I just want to say, I said this about the Indianapolis Colts when they blew that big lead against the Vikings. I'm going to say this about the Grizzlies. Fuck the Memphis Grizzlies as a basketball organization, as a team, as players, as a record label.
And the staff, and the crew. And you down with the fucking Grizzlies, nigga, fuck you too.
You want to be down with the Grizzlies, then fuck you too.
Dylan Brooks.
Fuck you too.
T. Martin, T. Morant.
Fuck you too. Desmond Bain, fuck you too. Listen, I don't respect fake tough guys. I don't respect it at all. I don't respect people that talk shit as if they accomplished everything there is to accomplish. This version of the Memphis Grizzlies has never even seen the Western Conference Finals. This version of the Grizzlies remind me of the Lob City Clippers. I said this earlier, the Lob City Clippers. Talk. Never saw the West Finals. Chris Paul, Houston Rockets. Talk. Got embarrassed in Game 7 against.
It wouldn't have been no Game 7 if Iguodala didn't get hurt.
Phoenix Suns. Talk. And choked a 2-0 lead away in the NBA Finals.
And lost to the Mavericks last year.
I got embarrassed by Dallas last year. Game 7 on your home court. Y'all lost by damn near 40 points. I don't like teams that do that, because if you ain't accomplished nothing, stay humble, man. Just stay humble.
Don't be a front runner.
Don't be a front runner, because y'all the biggest shit talkers when y'all up 20, 15, whatever it is. But where's that energy when y'all lose? Where's that energy when you down 15 and 20? Where's all that bravado when you down 10 points or something like that? You know, one man was ready to fight y'all whole team, and the only person that ran up was Steven Adams. The only person that ran up was Steven Adams. John Morant was right there, but he wasn't right there because he wanted smoke. He was just right there just to be right there.
Man,
he wanted no problems with Shannon
like
Sharpe.
that.
Grizzlies, right now, y'all still a bunch of Cubs. Humble yourselves, stay in y'all place, go on the court, play your game. Y'all a good team. Y'all got a bunch of bigs, young athletic bigs. Like I said, y'all killed the Lakers last night on the offensive glass. Points in the paint, second chance points. Still lost the game because y'all not disciplined. Y'all not mature. Y'all don't know how to make free throws. All traits of an immature team. Y'all not, it's levels to this shit. The Golden State Warriors, levels. Boston Celtics, levels. You know what I'm saying? I respect the Denver Nuggets because the Denver Nuggets don't talk shit. They just go out and play and beat you. That's why they number one in the West. Because they just go out and play. They don't need for all the gimmicks and all the trash talk and all the bravado and all that. The Denver Nuggets know that they haven't accomplished anything yet. So why go out and talk shit like you that team when you ain't the current NBA champions right now, the Golden State Warriors. Last I checked, last year on the way to the championship, Golden State beat Memphis in the second round. A lot of people say, oh, if John Morant don't get hurt, it's a different story. I disagree with that.
Me too.
I disagree with that because that's part of why the Warriors beat the Celtics in the finals last year. The Celtics were the better team. If you look on paper, top to bottom, Celtics better team. But Golden State knows how to win. Boston probably, if they got back to the finals, knows how to win now. They didn't know how to last year, and it showed with Jason Tatum. That's where the Grizzlies are. The Grizzlies don't know how to win when it matters yet. So learn how to do that first. Then you could get the bravado and talk all this shit because at that point, you got a banner in your arena to show for it. Y'all don't have that. Not even close. So until y'all get that, I think y'all need to cut back on the shit talking, on all the bravado and the fake tough guy act because nobody's scared of y'all. No one's scared of y'all. And John Morant, as much as you up in the air, man, I don't wish injury on nobody. That's the last thing I want to see is somebody get injured. But you got guys out here that don't give a fuck about that. And I don't agree with that. But somebody gonna get you because you talk too much. I don't want to see that happen to you, but I'm just saying that's what's out here.
Talking about, hey, bro, we're talking about John Morant, who I've seen get into an altercation with somebody, and I read his lips when they did the replay. He like, I know how to fight.
Okay, is he gonna actually square up with somebody though? You can know how to fight all you want, but are you gonna actually square up with that one nigga that come up to you and he bigger? He ain't gonna square up with Shannon Sharpe. I don't care how well you know how to fight. You a little nigga compared to Shannon Sharpe. You not squaring up with him.
Nah.
So that's my take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Any other heads you want to get on?
I don't want to get on nobody's head, but this is a question I got for the room. This
all
is
right.
open.
Let's have another open discussion then.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, Elijah Wan, Larry Bird. Start, cut, bench.
Tim Duncan start. What'd you say next?
Elijah Wan and Bird.
What's the three options again?
Start, cut, bench.
Why? First of all, before you answer that question, why is Larry Bird in this and he's not a center?
When I saw the question on Facebook, I couldn't answer it. I said there's no right answer to it. I just thought I would bring it to our form.
All right, for me though, I ain't gonna lie, man. Start Tim, bench Elijah Wan, and I'm still on the fence by that because it could be either or. Cut Larry Bird for sure. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't picking him over Elijah Wan nor Tim Duncan. That's why I said it's either or. I ain't tripping if I'm starting Tim. I ain't tripping if I start Elijah Wan. But yeah, Larry, you gotta go for me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Big facts.
What about you, Ben?
I hate these kind of questions because when you answer them, it gets critiqued.
It's all good. It's what you like, though.
No. I get that. But these questions start, bench, cut, and you got 3 Hall of Famers. It always gets critiqued because no matter who you cut, somebody gonna be like, "Oh no, why you cutting him? He was this and he's that." Okay, then let me bench him and cut the other person. "Oh, why you cutting him? He was this, he was that." All right, then I'm gonna cut the other nigga. "Oh, you gonna cut him too? Oh man, you tripping?" It's a lose-lose. You know what I'm saying? Because your answer is gonna get critiqued. But like you said, there's no wrong answer. I'm starting Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem's the most skilled big man ever. Ever.
No disagreement with that, bro. Big facts.
I'd like to hear your opinion.
Hold on.
No.
I think Hakeem Olajuwon to me is the most skilled big man ever.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Footwork, I agree with that.
Oh, I thought you said disagree. My bad.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I thought you said disagree. My bad. All right. Most skilled big man ever, Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm starting him. I'm benching Tim Duncan, and I'm cutting Larry Bird. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. What's up with you, Skip?
You know what? I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to go with the lineup you just gave. I'm going to start the dream. I got to bench TD, and I hate to do it, but damn, Bird.
Yeah, we all know how skilled Larry Bird was, but we talking about
fundamental in the dream.
We talk about the dream, who the most skilled player to ever play the game went to his house and said, "I need you to teach me your footwork."
For real.
That says a lot to me right there. Kobe Bryant came to my house because he wanted me to teach him footwork. Kobe Bryant. That said it all for me when it comes to Hakeem Olajuwon. That said it all for me.
Carter said he was on the block making moves like Olajuwon. No.
I'm just saying.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, those of y'all that are young and come from this era of the Joel Embiids and Nikola Jokic. No. Let me take off Embiid. Those of y'all that's young and come from this era of Nikola Jokic and think Nikola Jokic is the most skilled big man ever, I need y'all to YouTube Hakeem Olajuwon.
And Arvydas Sabonis.
Arvydas Sabonis is probably the most skilled passing big man ever. I'm talking about overall. But
before he blew his Achilles, overall, Jokic can't touch him.
Yeah, but Sabonis would get demolished by Olajuwon. Healthy Sabonis. He'd get demolished by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Y'all YouTube Hakeem Olajuwon. That man, when I'm talking about skilled big man, he's the poster child for skilled big men. Not Embiid, not Jokic. Duncan is the closest as far as skilled big man. Pau Gasol was pretty damn skilled. Shaq. Here's the argument.
For a big guy, he was skilled.
Shaq, for a big 7 foot 300-pound guy, was skilled, but not Hakeem Olajuwon skilled.
Yao Ming was skilled.
Yao Ming was
Rick Smith was skilled.
Yao Ming was skilled. Rick Smith was skilled. Those guys weren't Hakeem Olajuwon skilled.
Patrick Ewing skilled.
Yeah, I think all those guys were skilled, but they weren't.
What about the Admiral?
Him too. But I saw Patrick Ewing get his lunch money taken by Hakeem Olajuwon.
And the Admiral.
I saw David Robinson get his lunch money and his wife taken by Hakeem Olajuwon.
I seen Shaq get barbecue chicken.
Shaq didn't necessarily get barbecue chicken because he held his own. He held his own against Olajuwon. We talk about the 95 finals, but I've seen Hakeem Olajuwon dominate your favorite player's favorite player. I saw Hakeem Olajuwon, well, I probably was too young, but I know Hakeem Olajuwon beat the Lakers at the height of Showtime in the 1986 West Finals.
That they did.
So Hakeem Olajuwon, to me, is... I'm not gonna say he's the greatest center of all time because that title is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's title, but I think Hakeem Olajuwon is the most skilled center of all time.
And the score is official. The Kansas City Chiefs pulled a win after the jaws of defeat and win the game like they were supposed to. We'll see how this MRI look. I don't think the boy is going to be too healthy next week if he play.
So congratulations to the Chiefs. They're moving on to the AFC Championship game. They didn't pull the win out of the jaws of defeat because they never trailed.
I was just trying to make it colorful with the words.
No,
man.
you trying to make it colorful because you don't like Patrick Mahomes.
Hey,
we're not gonna get into that this week. We know you hate Patrick Mahomes.
No. I'm gonna do him like
boils your soul.
I'm gonna refer to him as number 15.
It boils your soul to continue to see this guy winning, and I don't understand why. But you just watched him win.
Hey, I will say this to all our fans, all our viewers, all our subscribers: press that like button, share button, tell a friend, bring a friend.
Oh,
he showed gut.
He showed a lot of guts.
To quote my nigga Pete and Baby Boy, you got heart. I don't like you. I think you overrated, but you got heart. I give you that.
Oh, man.
He's got huge huevos, Holmes.
Hey. One day you'll respect his game. One day you'll appreciate his greatness. One day.
Hey, I don't respect none of the greatness of none of these so-called quarterbacks today because they're running college plays. They're not running pro-style offense. They're not running high formation. They're not running like But again, I gotta realize and understand.
G, what did you call him last week? Betamax.
This is the new era of so-called football.
Betamax Skip.
This is the new era. They want to. Hey, we supposed to be watching professional athletes.
You don't want nothing.
Not
New.
1981.
You know what I'm saying?
We supposed to be watching professional athletes.
You don't want to evolve.
Why are they running college plays if we in the pros? Because these dudes is dookie and they can't read the defense and they got to run the plays that they run best. The same thing in the NBA. They phased out real basketball in favor of the 3-point shot and bullshit because these guys don't know how to fucking play basketball.
You're going to be that old grandfather standing on your porch chasing the cats away because they drinking milk off your porch.
Like, after 2005 or 6, I'm gonna stretch it all the way to 2010. After that, I don't know what the NBA is no more because it's like
it's the National Basketball Association. It's 30 teams.
It's like
with 15 players.
It's a
going
shame.
Out there.
It's a shame when the international basketball is more physical than the NBA. And it used to be the other way around.
So why do all these people want to come to the NBA then?
The money, the exposure, the notoriety.
But still, like if the game is watered down, stay where you are.
All right, guess what? I'm going to put it like this, right? The cell phones from 20 years ago are by far not better than the phones of today.
The game from 20 years ago is by far not better.
20 years ago, it's not going to break.
Bullshit.
If I throw a phone from 20 years ago.
Who told you that lie?
No, it's more there. What the point I'm trying to make is that the technology that is so-called primitive or Betamax is more durable.
Really?
Like, you take a car from the 90s and you hit a car from today, and the car from today is going to be fucked up.
Because cars are made differently. It's not like the cars are made the same.
That don't mean it's made better.
Okay. So the game is not better than you. The game is in work. It's in a worse place now than it is.
And made it and see, here's the thing, right? To touch on our podcast from last week, right? Mm-hmm. I understand entertainment is profitable, right?
Do you?
But it is. It is. That's why the Cowboys have remained relevant because we're entertaining, not because we're winning.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the fucking day, it's a game. It's a game. I want to see the best teams. I want to see the best product. So if we have to wait. I'm going somewhere with this. So if we have to cut and paste and edit the rules and change the rules, right? This shit is no different than WWE, where because Triple H is married to Stephanie McMahon, he won the belt all these times, or he got the #1 spot over somebody else that should have the spot. So it's like, what was wrong with Knicks and Heat 97, 95? It was entertaining. It was entertaining. Very much entertaining.
That's not entertaining basketball.
What was wrong with Pacers Knicks?
Now I get the Cowboys. That makes certain sense. It's because they won so many championships. They got the history. They got all the teams. But they are entertaining for sure. But how the fuck did the Raiders keep on getting shit?
They got 3 Super Bowls.
Them niggas ain't won shit since I don't know how fucking
84.
long. And they ain't entertaining. Are the
84.
Raiders entertaining?
No.
But what the fuck? That's just the fans. They got the greatest fans I've ever seen in my life. Huh?
Yeah, they have the most loyal fans.
The most loyal fans
I don't know about the greatest, but they have the most loyal.
What I mean is, come on, bro. They whoop ass over their team.
That's what I said. Loyalty.
They throw niggas down onto the ground.
That's loyalty.
For real, bro. They think about this, bro. When the last time they won the Super Bowl?
84.
Nigga, half of the niggas who are the fans of these motherfuckers ain't seen these niggas won shit.
84.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real though, like, nigga, I be sitting there like, God damn, that's crazy. But you're right. The entertainment. At least you said it this week, Finn. Because you know why the Cowboys, nigga, the entertainment. They
Entertainment.
For real, but Betamax Finn, that's your new name, bro, on this show. That's what I'm calling you.
Like, look, even take the NFL, right? Take the NFL, right? Back in the NFL, or back when football was real football, the running game mattered. The defense mattered.
The running, it still matters today.
Took the physicality out
it still matters. No. I cannot let you finish that thought, because defense and running still matters today.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
It matters about the quarterback.
No,
and the receivers and throwing it a million times.
Defense and running game still matters today. It still matters.
How does defense matter? You can't hit nobody. How does the running game matter when
you talking
most
about,
teams got
no,
split
you're
backs?
talking about physics.
So it's no time
you're
for
saying,
a running back to really be.
What you're speaking on is the physicality of the game.
Okay,
that's what you're speaking on. But defense and running game still matters.
Besides King Henry and Cook and Saquon Barkley, what other team has a feature back and is not splitting carries with somebody else?
San Francisco does.
They got somebody to spell him.
Yeah, but
McCaffrey don't get all the carries.
Christian McCaffrey gets the bulk of the carries.
And before McCaffrey came, Debo was y'all running back.
No, before McCaffrey came, Elijah Mitchell was our running back. He just couldn't stay healthy. Philadelphia got Miles Sanders.
You know what I mean, bro.
Minnesota got Dalvin Cook.
You know exactly what the hell I'm talking about, bro.
No, I don't. Now I need you to explain it to me because I just named you teams that have featured back.
Nobody in the
Arizona
league is
got
getting
James
30
Conner.
carries, but Saquon Barkley, Cook, and King Henry.
So Austin Eckler don't get 30 carries?
No, he gets fucking catches too.
You don't get 30 carries?
No, I can't say I've seen a game with him getting 30 carries.
I have.
Maybe I missed that.
I've seen Nick Chubb get 30 carries for the Cleveland Browns. You want me to keep going? Or should I stop right there?
You're missing the point of what I was
No, you said running game don't matter.
The running game has been minimized by the slot receiver.
You said what team has a running back that they feature? So I'm naming down teams that has a running back that they feature.
Okay, it's 32 teams in the NFL.
Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants.
All right, for sure.
Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints.
You're saying that teams ain't running split backs.
Teams do run split backs.
I'm not talking about the actual split back formation. I'm talking about two running backs.
But no, your argument is the running game doesn't matter. But you're talking about teams
that passing game is what matters.
But you're talking about teams that run split backs. What's the key word in that sentence? Run.
If the running game matters so much, why is everybody talking about getting a quarterback?
Because you still need a quarterback. You still need a passing game to win as well as a running game. But the running game matters. Your passing game opens up if you can run the ball. We think Sean McVay was so talking about last year when the Rams won the Super Bowl. We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball.
I get what you're saying, bro. But what I'm saying is compared to what the NFL used to be, where you use the run to set up the pass. Like in the old days, you used to use the post to set up the three instead of the three being the main priority.
I get the game is evolved, but to say the running game don't matter, I disagree with that. I get it's more catered to the pass because that's what's more, here we go again, entertaining. But the run game still matters. You can't run the ball, you're not going to do much of anything. The Chiefs, the year they won the Super Bowl, they had a running game. Last year, the Rams had a running game. Tampa Bay, when they won the Super Bowl, had Leonard Fournette running the ball. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to run the ball when you need to. Part of the reason why the Falcons blew that 28-3 lead is because they got away from the run.
Part of that is because Coleman got hurt.
You still had Devontae Freeman.
They did.
Like, you telling me you can't run the ball with your feature running back? That's all I'm saying. Running game still matters. On that note, enjoy these games.
Enjoy these games.
Kansas City already beat Jacksonville. Philadelphia, New York is coming up again tomorrow.
Button, press that share button. Tell a friend, bring a friend. You see, we getting better every week as a whole and as our surroundings. Like I said, 23 is our year. Fuck with us. We trying to catch lightning in a bottle. You know? It's the Big and Skip podcast. Signing off. Truly yours is Nostradamus and the notorious SKIP.
Before we get out of here, Registration Depot. Y'all know what it is. Hit Leslie up. Anything you need financially with your car, registration, all that. Hit her up. Shout out to Recess LR. With the clothing line. Y'all go check them out. All these people are on IG.
Punch Out Kings podcast.
Punch Out Kings podcast coming soon. Formula Music podcast coming soon.
Exclusive TV.
All on exclusive TV.
Coming for you in
That's the umbrella. We doing this. Base Kill Podcast. We about to bounce up out of here. Enjoy these games.
And we'll see y'all on Championship Sunday weekend.
Yes, sir. We out of here. Peace.
Yeah.